Okay, so now we are going to discuss about aromaticity, otherwise Huckel's rule. Aromaticity, and Huckel's rule. Aromaticity and Huckel's rules. So, to know whether the given molecule is aromatic or non-aromatic or anti-aromatic, you have to know. So whether the given molecule is aromatic, so we have to know to know a given molecule is aromatic or non-aromatic or anti-aromatic. So in order to know the given molecule is aromatic or non-aromatic or anti-aromatic, we can know with the help of with the help of Huckel's rule. So to know the given molecule is aromatic or non-aromatic or anti-aromatic, we can predict the nature of the molecule, its aromaticity. To predict the nature of the molecule, whether it is aromatic or non-aromatic or anti-aromatic, we can predict with the help of Huckel's rule. Okay, with the help of Huckel's rule. So a molecule is said to be aromatic. A compound is said to be aromatic when it satisfies some. When a molecule is said to be aromatic, when it satisfies some characteristics. If the some of the characteristics, like, so the molecule must be cyclic. A compound is said to be aromatic when it is cyclic in nature. That is the first characteristic. And second characteristic is a compound must be planar. It must be a planar molecule. If the molecule is cyclic, if the molecule is planar, and if the molecule is conjugated, completely conjugated, such that conjugation means alternative double bonds. Alternative double bonds are nothing but conjugation. So, and the fourth most important character to be have by an aromatic compound is it must contain 4n plus 2 pi electrons. It must contain 4n plus 2 pi electrons, where n is the integer. Here n is the integer, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 etc. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 etc. Okay, so to set a molecule a molecule is said to be aromatic when it is cyclic in nature, it must be planar in nature, it must be completely conjugated, or it must have alternative double bonds, and it must have 4n plus 2 pi electrons. Such a compounds are called as aromatic compounds. Okay. Then there is another word, non-aromatic. 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 So a molecule is said to be aromatic when it has cyclic in nature, when it is planar in nature, and completely conjugated, must contain 4n plus 2 electrons. Otherwise, this is called as Huckel's rule. So a compound is said to be aromatic when it is cyclic, planar, completely conjugated, and when it satisfies Huckel's rule. When it satisfies Huckel's rules, that compound is said to be an aromatic compound. Most of the aromatic compounds are fragrant in nature. They have smell, very good perfume smell. So, and anti-aromatic. So this anti-aromatic are cyclic. They are cyclic in nature. Okay, and they have, so on cyclic and must have benzene rings. benzene rings. Benzene rings. A molecule is said to be cyclic and must have benzene rings. So non-aromatic, it must be cyclic. It must be cyclic, but it must be cyclic, but non-benzene structure. It can have non-benzene structures. It can have non-benzene structures. So they have 4n pi electrons. 4n pi electrons. They have 4n pi electrons. They have 4n pi electrons. And examples are cyclobutadiene. Okay, then this is the cyclobutadiene. Cyclohexane. This is so a compound is said to be non-aromatic when it is cyclic in nature but non-benzene structure, and it has 4n pi electrons. 4n pi electrons. It is non-aromatic. Okay, sorry, it is anti-aromatic, not non. It is anti-aromatic. A compound is said to be anti-aromatic when it is cyclic in nature, but the cyclic may not be a benzene structure. Cyclic, it is not necessary to be a benzene structure. But to be said an aromatic, a compound must be cyclic, and the cyclic compound must have benzene ring structure. Benzene ring structures. Okay. Non-aromatic means non-aromatic. So already aromatic, anti-aromatic. So to be a compound is said to be anti-aromatic when it is cyclic but non-benzene structure and have 4n pi electrons. 4n pi electrons. Examples are the cyclobutadiene and cyclohexane. Okay. So now we discuss about non-aromatic. Non-aromatic. Non-aromatic means so a molecule need not to be cyclic. So non-cyclic. A molecule need not to be cyclic, non-cyclic, not planar. So here a compound is said to be antiomeric, cyclic and planar also. It must be a planar molecule. Okay, non-planar. Okay, and chained or open structure. Open structures. Okay, no resonance. Okay, examples are alkenes. Okay, so these are the three words related to the aromaticity. The first word is the aromatic compounds, anti-aromatic compounds, non-aromatic compounds. So aromatic compounds must be cyclic. They must contain benzene ring. They must have planar in structure. They must be completely conjugated. They must follow Huckel's rule, and they must have resonance. Okay, these are the difference between aromatic, anti-aromatic and non-aromatic. A compound is said to be anti-aromatic when it is cyclic but no benzene structures, and it must be a planar, and it must have 4n pi electrons. Examples are cyclobutadiene, cyclohexadiene. And a compound is said to be non-aromatic means it must be non-cyclic, not planar, chained or open structures, and no resonance. So these are the three words generally come across the aromaticity. Okay, so to predict whether a given molecule is aromatic or non-aromatic, we can predict with the help of Huckel's rules. Okay, so Huckel's rule we will discuss. Huckel's rule says that, so we know number of pi electrons is equal to 4n plus 2. Okay, number of pi electrons is equal to 4n plus 2 if n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then it is compound is aromatic. A compound is aromatic. If n is equal to 0.5, 1 by 2, 3 by 4, etc., that means fraction. That means fraction that is not aromatic. Not aromatic. So whenever the number of total pi electrons is calculated, the n is calculated when the pi electrons is known. If the value of n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, that compound is aromatic. If the n value by calculation by calculation, if the n is equal to 0.5 or 1 by 2 or 3 by 4 or something fraction, that is non-aromatic. We will take an example here. We will take an example. Okay, that is a benzene. Okay, benzene. There are how many double bonds? 1, 2, 3. So each double bond is equal. Each double bond gives 2 electrons. Each double bond will give 2 electrons. There are how many double bonds? 3 double bonds. 3 double bonds into 2 electrons, that is 6 electrons. In a benzene molecule, there are how many pi electrons? Means pi electrons. There are how many pi electrons? Means 6 pi electrons. So benzene has 6 pi electrons. So according to the Huckel's rule, so total number of pi electrons, that is 6 electrons, is equal to 4n plus 2. Therefore 4n is equal to 6 minus 2. That means 4n is equal to 4. Okay, 4n is equal to 4. Therefore n is equal to 4 by 4, that is equal to 1. So the value is 1. It's not an integer. It's not an fraction. So benzene is aromatic. Benzene is aromatic. We will take another example. Okay, it is the naphthalene. A benzene is conjugated with another benzene. Okay, double bond, double bond, double bond, double bond, double bond. So there are how many double bonds in this molecule? There are 5 double bonds. In this molecule we have 5 double bonds. So total number of pi electrons is equal to, each double bond gives 2 electrons, therefore 10 electrons. So by substituting in the equation, 10 electrons is equal to 4n plus 2. Therefore 4n is equal to 10 minus 2, that is equal to 8 electrons. N is equal to 8 by 4, that is 2. We got a value of 2. 2 is not an fraction, so this compound is aromatic. So we will take another example. Okay, we have how many bonds? Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 pi bonds. So how many pi electrons? Means 7 bonds into 2 electrons, that is equal to 14 electrons. Therefore 14 electrons is equal to 4n plus 2, that is equal to 4n is equal to 14 minus 2. 4n is equal to 12. N equal to 12 by 4, that is 3. So we got 3. It's not an fraction. So it's a aromatic. It's an aromatic. Okay, we'll take another example here. Okay, double bond. Okay, here we have 2 double bonds. How many double bonds? Total number of double bonds is equal to 2, but this oxygen has lone pair. One lone pair gives 2 electrons. So double bonds are how many? 2. 2 into 2 electrons, that is 4 electrons, and lone pair gives 2 electrons. Total is 6 electrons. Okay, 2 to the 4. Okay, how many? 6 electrons. Okay, so total number of pi electrons are 6. Total number of pi electrons are 6. So by substituting in the formula, 6 electrons equal to 4n plus 2. 4n is equal to 6 minus 2, that is equal to 4. N is equal to 4 by 4, that is equal to 1. So it is not in a fraction, so this compound is aromatic. This compound is aromatic. Another example is, okay, it is called as pyrrole. It is called as furan. Furan, it comes under heterocyclic compounds. So there are how many double bonds? Double bonds are 2 bonds. Okay, lone pairs are 1. So 2 bonds gives 2 into 2, 4 electrons. 1 lone pair gives 2 electrons, that is 2 electrons. Total pi electrons are 6 pi electrons. Therefore, okay, 6 pi electrons. Okay, one double bond gives 2 double bonds we have. So 2 into 2, each double bond gives 2 electrons. So 2 into 2 electrons, 4 electrons. One lone pair gives 2 electrons, that is equal to 2 electrons. Total number of pi electrons are 6 pi electrons. Therefore 6 is equal to 4n plus 2. Therefore 4n is equal to 6 minus 2. 4n is equal to 4. N equal to 4 by 4, that is equal to 1. 4 by 4, 1. So it's also an aromatic. So a compound is said to be aromatic when it is cyclic in nature with benzene structure, and it has planar in nature. It must have alternative double bonds. It must follow Huckel's rule. With the help of Huckel's rule, we can predict the given molecule is aromatic or non-aromatic. With this, we can conclude first unit. From Monday onwards, we will start second unit. So, thank you and all the best.